so that's kind of cool. So those are all some things I expected to see, some of which we didn't see. No Hex Parasite. I think there was some in the sideboard of one of our lists that we saw, but didn't see it in play.
Here we go. We are in the quarterfinals, officially.
And on your left you see Miguel Rondon. Rondon. I assume I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, you spelled it right.
Yeah.
I don't know if it has any sort of like accent on it or something. Like Miguel Rondon. Rondon. I don't know if I have to roll the R. Rondon. I'm not like joking. I'm just saying I don't want to pronounce it wrong. And then Tim Landale. I'm sorry, Tim Landale. Landale. Tim Landale. Top Deck Tim, as he's become known in some circles. Miguel leads off with a Raging Ravine, and Tim going with the Island and Forest plan. Tim obviously on the play there. Fetches into a forest.
I'm not sure. I just want to say congratulations to my roommate Travis for top 8ing the Legacy. I don't know if it was a GPT or an invitational qualifier.
Wow.
But he went 3-2 top 8'd, but he lost to Affinity in the top 8. But
wow.
Congrats to him for making top 8 in Legacy.
That's awesome.
It's his first Legacy top 8, so pretty slick.
Tim plays Explore. And a Halimar Depths as his second land for the turn. Looks like he saw Preordain, I want to say Inferno Titan, and something else.
I actually thought that was a Splinter Twin, but I might be wrong.
Could have been.
Got a very quick glance at it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like we'll get another one.
He's very camera aware, and that he's like, I'm not letting you guys see either.
He wants to be top. He wants to think. See, he's got the Halimar depth. He's not actually top decked him. He just wants us to think that he's top decking like that.
I don't think he did not have the Halimar depth in that game when he top decked, when he earned that nickname. So Miguel
he did earn it.
Plays an island and an overgrown battlement.
Mountain.
I'm sorry, mountain. Everything's an island.
Everything's an island to him.
Any basic land? Oh, it's an island.
It's just like that song I Saw Red, but strike that, reverse it.
Yeah, I read Saw. That doesn't make any
Red
sense.
Saw I. It's a Yoda thing. You wouldn't understand.
Like Downward Dog.
I really don't understand that.
There's a mountain from Tim.
Come on, you gotta explain that after just throwing that out.
It's a yoga pose, Downward Dog.
Oh.
You said it's a Yoda thing, and I said like Downward Dog. Man, tough crowd.
Here comes the Jace from Tim.
Jace, yeah, Jace the Mind Sculptor bouncing the battlements. So Tim with twice as many lands as Miguel already, and quite a planeswalker on his side. Miguel says, I'll play Explorer myself. He has not played a land yet this turn. I have a feeling he's trying to draw into one. And there's Tectonic Edge and Exploring Wilds.
Evolving Wilds.
I'm like Exploring Wilds. And that's not Tectonic Edge, it's Terramorphic Expanse. Begins with a T-E and...
Explores Scoping Wilds, but it only searches at a basic, then it comes into play, taps it, go into your hand. There, done.
Yeah.
Easy.
Those two cards that are functionally identical, but have different names. And actually, one's, about to rotate.
Two bad fetch lands, and Tim preordains on his turn. Glad we don't have a microphone over there, because Miguel was just banging the bottom of the table incessantly.
You may have a microphone over there.
Well, we don't hear it, that's what I'm saying.
Alright, so... he goes with the Brainstorm.
When did he preordain?
When did he preordain? Just now. What do you mean?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I blacked out or something. No, because
preordained.
No, because I forgot. I saw him do the preordained thing, and I didn't see. And then for some reason, I thought he drew his card for the turn after he preordained, but he drew off the preordained.
Did not. He drew his card for the turn, then played preordained, then he brainstormed.
Well, let's stop commenting on the bad commenting. Comment on the match. So, Miguel's gonna crack both of his
fetch lands. Bad fetches, right? They're not bad when he uses them this way. They get whatever he wants, and he wasn't going to use the mana anyway.
To avoid the confusion on the names. It's a shortcut. I just keep thinking about how I don't like the fact that one of his lands is a full art Zendikar foil, and the other one's a full art unhinged non-foil. I don't know.
I like the unhinged one better.
Oh, so do I.
Even the fact that it's non-foil.
I think it's like all or nothing. You know what I mean? The one or the other.
Maybe he borrowed it from somebody, right?
It's possible.
He needed some mountains. So there's a, what is it?
Cultivate.
I was going to say, I'm trying to remember
Kodama's Reach.
Kodama's Reach, yeah. I was trying to name, it didn't work when you, or it doesn't work when you can't remember the old name for it. It used to be called Kodama's Reach, now it's Cultivate. I just called it Corlash's Reach, that's why I got confused. It's like, wait, Core something. No, it's Kodama, that's why I couldn't remember. And there's a Raging Ravine. Lone Raging Ravine untapped on Miguel's side, and added to by a mountain, and the overgrown battlements that we saw earlier back on board. Tim
shows him the combo, and
yeah, Tim flashes into Deceiver Exarch, shows him Splinter Twins as game 2.
It's such a crazy
It is crazy. Like, we're just sitting here like, oh, so there's a game, and this guy playing some Magic, and this other guy's playing cards.
And it's
oh wait, game 2. Okay, well, we don't have their deck lists.
Miguel is setting up for some. Never mind.
In the meantime, we can win some premium.
We can't.
We can't.
But you can at
You
home.
can win some premium. So do you? We have to come up with a question.
Okay, I got one.
You got one? All right, so I'll get ready to type it. Remember,
name
tweet your
either
answer.
one.
Go ahead.
Name either one of our nicknames for Tim Landale. Either one will get you a win. There were two we were throwing around quite liberally, so I can't just say one or the other. Although if I had to pick one, I know which one I'd pick.
Me too. Wow, they really liked your question.
And we've got approval from the judges on the question. Very nice. I asked the question for the premium, and then all the judges started clapping. So, got there.
All right, so you can win 3 months of premium by tweeting the answer to name one of the nicknames we've come up with for Tim Landale. Tweet it with hashtag SCG Premium, and you can win 3 months of premium. Now we gotta stop saying his nickname. Unfortunately, we're watching him in this match. It makes me sad. I keep looking down for the deck list to check for their sideboards, but we don't have them in front of us. Wonder if they're up on the site yet, though. We could take a look. All right.
And please, at this time, make sure that if you have something interesting to say to us on Twitter, don't bother.
Yeah, because we're not going to see it.
Because it's just going to get buried in the answers to the SCG Live, SCG Premium questions.
Alright, looks like the top 8 decks are not yet live on the site, but
They should be soon.
yeah. Another card we didn't see today, but we may actually see it tomorrow because I've heard of people potentially are talking about it potentially being reasonable in Legacy is Phyrexian Metamorph.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's again, it's another card that I kind of overlooked at first. I'm like, oh, it's kind of a little bit better clone, right? Which is what it is. But
Right.
I mean, it's actually really kind of way better clone.
It costs 3, it can be put in any
Right.
deck. And it costs 3 in 2 life, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and the fact that it can be, it's kind of like a sculpting steel kind of thing, copy an artifact,
Right.
It's Sculpting Steel plus Clone.
And people were saying they could replace Sculpted Steel in Vintage, right?
Right. I think that was another thing people were talking about in Vintage. That's
And like mud
pretty
or whatever.
significant.
Not that
yeah.
I know what that actually means, but I just said it. But I literally played one game of Vintage in my life. But
Yeah, you borrowed those cards, didn't you? You borrowed like a deck from
I
somebody?
borrowed a Vintage deck. I borrowed the one with the real power in it, even though it was like the most complicated deck.
Yeah, you just wanted to play with power.
Yeah, it was a Perfect Storm. The other one had Proxy Power. I was like, no, I want to cast these for real. So, he's like, really, you want to play the most complicated deck in your first game in the format? Yes, I do.
It wasn't like it was a tournament.
Nope. Tim's gonna mulligan. Miguel's cool with his sep. Miguel is chilling in a basement.
It's funny how
Tim Landale
different-
is at the Star City Games Open series,
Yeah,
playing remotely on the same table somehow.
this is that virtual Magic thing. You just play on a table and you can see.
It's a power split screen, man.
Yeah,
Technology we've had for a long time. You see, we've implemented it here, but what you don't know is we're also implementing it on the table itself because they're
Yeah.
playing in two different environments entirely.
yeah. And there's Megan Holland.
Megan just somehow made her way to the basement.
I swear I just saw her at the Open Series a second ago. So, anybody just joining us, we're here in the quarterfinals, going into Game 2, watching Miguel Rondon play Tim Landale. Miguel is on Valakut, and Tim is on a rug list with the Deceiver Exarch Splinter Twin combo. Kind of just slapped in there, really.
Yeah.
He managed to shave a couple numbers. He said he cut some finishers, and goes with that combo. And we saw him take Game 1 by surprise by just saying, "Here's Deceiver Exarch. I have the Splinter Twin." Game 2.
That'll do it.
So yeah, it's been a pretty exciting day. We've seen that happen a number of times actually. We've also seen a lot of Callblade lists, which isn't too big of a surprise, except the fact that a lot of the lists have really adopted black as a core color, and just playing white for Stoneforge Mystic.
Yep.
So we may see some more of that in the semifinals and possibly the finals. We'll see. But in the meantime, I'm Joey Pasco here with Big Head Joe. We're in Orlando. Day 1, about to come to a close here with the quarterfinals, and then tomorrow we'll be finishing it up with the semifinals and the finals, where we will also be giving away more Star City Premium memberships. 6 months during the semifinals and a year during the finals. So Miguel leads with a Raging Ravine, and Tim leads with a Halimar Depths. And trying to take a look at Tim's hand. Oh, it's funny. Usually I start to say what's in there, or I start to look at their hand, and then they put it down. I don't know. Pretty sure I saw Splinter Twin in there. Not sure I saw the other part of the combo. There's a Flash Freeze on top, I think. Or no, it's Lotus Cobra. It looked like Flash Freeze for a second. So Miguel plays Forest, passes the turn. Tim plays Lotus Cobra, passes the turn. Miguel goes with Mountain, and what was that? That's the one that makes the Eldrazi spawn.
Ah.
What's it called? Nest Invader? Not Nest Invader. It's the
Growth Spasm.
Growth Spasm. That's it. Nest Invader's the dude that makes the Eldrazi spawn.
Right. Yeah, I just wanted to put the...
Good call.
It's always interesting to see which deck wins, you know what I mean? And who's paired against what.
So.
If you want to take your shirts off, that's not something you hear every day at a Magic tournament, but that's...
Well, you just heard. So
Jared Silva just
Tim
said.
in with the Lotus Cobra, and now looks like he's trying to decide exactly what he wants to do. So he adds a color here, and it's obviously a blue for Preordain. So yeah. Lotus Cobra giving Tim essentially a free Preordain off of a Copperline Gorge that just entered the battlefield.
It looked like, again, one of those was the twin.
I'm pretty sure he has one in hand.
So Corey's up a game against Edgar, and, well, Tim's up a game against Miguel, which we know.
Tim just drew a Jace the Mind Sculptor off of that Preordain. I think he's got Jace, Splinter Twin, Spell Pierce, Possibly Raging Ravine and something else.
Do you get that at all? Anyway.
So, Miguel taps 3 here.
Gonna cultivate.
Cultivate, and, well, looks like it's
Apparently
resolving.
resolves. So search on the mountain, and did he put another mountain in his hand?
I think so.
Okay.
Tim flashes into Deceiver Exarch, and we know he's got a Splinter Twin.
Oh my god.
Tap your Raging Ravine, untap. He draws another Deceiver Exarch, by the way.
Does he have the land?
I don't know. I don't think he does.
If he does, I'm like, why is he?
Yeah, he's slow rolling,
it?
right. I think he was hoping to top deck land. Or else he wouldn't be slow rolling like this.
Yeah, he was pretty quick to flash it when he realized his opponent wasn't on counter spells.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, I don't think he realized his opponent wasn't on counter spells. I think because they know each other's deck lists. You know what I mean? They
Yeah,
look at
well,
the
yeah,
lists,
but I'm just saying, like, he knew there wasn't much his opponent could do. Some deep thought going on here. And after all that, he's going to go mountain flash the Splinter Twin. I'm just kidding. That would be hilarious.
That would be unexpected. I don't see a land in his hand, so he just gets in. He has Raging Ravine, so he can play Splinter Twin, couldn't he? I mean, he has Lotus Cobra.
Wait, he has Raging Ravine in his hand?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that was. I thought it's what it was before, and I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Maybe he doesn't have the Splinter Twin. Maybe we're just not seeing it. Maybe
I thought he had Splinter
I thought he
Twin.
did too, so I
Okay.
don't know.
Huh. So there's Raging Ravine.
does have Raging
right?
Ravine.
There, isn't that Splinter Twin? Right there. Yeah,
That's
Splinter
Splinter Twin.
What the hell?
What is he doing?
What is he thinking? I'm not sure.
That's maybe he didn't realize he could. Maybe he's just protecting the combo with the second one. Maybe he's just trying to make sure he's got it. I don't know. Summoning Trap is going to find what exactly? Why is this match still happening?
I'm not sure. Summoning Trap finds a Primeval Titan, and that's going to be interesting.
Okay.
2 Valakuts.
So now he plays the land and he plays the Splinter Twin, right?
Seems like it. I don't understand.
Maybe he doesn't realize he has the Lotus Cobra. That's the only thing I can really think. I mean, like,
Yeah, there must be something we're missing.
he has to.
There's 1, 2.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Splinter Twin. Does that resolve?
Right. And that's it.
Did I think he won? He won, right?
Yeah.
That was just. Really, I just don't understand why he didn't do that a turn ago. Huh? He did what? Oh, okay. Oh, so he combusted. I didn't even see the combust. Where was the combust? Yeah. Okay, so there was a combust played there, and that was, maybe what Tim was trying to play around.
That makes a lot of sense because
because he had the Neston.
we don't have the deck list here.
Eldrazi
If we saw
spoke.
Combust on the deck list, we obviously would have said, "Oh, he's probably playing around Combust."
Yeah.
Or trying to. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because Miguel had one mountain untapped and then the spawn token.
Yeah, exactly. So he had the mana for it. Yeah, Combust seems to be a pretty good answer to this. Didn't really expect that one.
Well, the fact that we couldn't see it was a little bit even more confusing because it's like Splinter Twin. All right, we scoop them up. Wait,
Yeah,
how did Miguel win?
Who did it?
It's getting a lot quieter in here because there's about maybe 25 people in the room now, if that, compared to the 400 that were here earlier. So sorry for being a little quieter, but for those of you just joining us, I'm Joey Pasco here with Big Head Joe, and we're in Orlando for the StarCityGames.com Open Series. We are here in the quarterfinals where it's tied 1-1. One game each between Miguel, Rondon, and Tim Landale. Tim playing Rug with the Splinter Twin Deceiver XR combo built into it as well. And Miguel on the kind of classic Valakut as far as we could tell.
Yeah.
He is playing Combust to combat the Splinter Twin combo. So
smart sideboard choice that was.
And it looks like that was what won him the game.
Or
at least prevented him from losing this game too.
Alex takes game 1. Against Strunk, and Kit wins game 1 against Adil.
Okay.
And Chris Anderson says, I'm not, in regards to our SCG premium question, he says, I'm not answering this question because I'd like to think I have a shred of dignity. Which I don't know exactly.
Fair enough.
What that means.
Maybe he already has premium. Alright, so,
I think he just doesn't want to, use our puns, that's all.
That's fine, too. I wouldn't want to use our puns either if I was...
Yeah, you think we actually choose this?
It's all pre-written for us. It's a script. It's scripted.
It's like Jay-Z said, this is the life I chose, or rather the life that chose me.
Sure. I believe it's reversed here. I think Tim's okay with a 7 and Miguel is taking a mulligan. Do we know if Edgar or Corey, what's going on there?
Wow. So Alex is, okay, no, we don't, but apparently Alex's first, this is just all updates from MTGmom.com's Twitter. Alex's first Jace takes out Strunk casts ×2 duress to take care of the other 2 Jaces.
1 mana discard spells.
Yeah, they seem pretty good. So we still didn't see, I mean, other than the Combust, we haven't seen much of what Miguel's got going on. I mean, I imagine it's just a standard run, but
Yeah, unfortunately, since you mean standard Valakut.
Valakut, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately, since we don't have the deck list, we're not sure of any kind of interesting tech that Miguel may be running.
If there is any.
Right. All right. Tim leads with the Raging Ravine, and Miguel with the Terramorphic Expanse. Tim goes Mountain, turn 2, Lotus Cobra.
It's funny how much these decks almost look like a mirror match in the early game.
They do.
And just how
different they
differently
get.
finish.
It's like they, divergent paths. It
Yeah.
just suddenly starts off right next to each other, and suddenly, wait a second, they're not parallel at all. They're going completely different directions. So Miguel cracks his Expanse for a Forest, and turn 2, draws his card for the turn. Mountain and Overgrown Battlements. Tim top decks out Forest. In with a Lotus Cobra. Let's, I guess, not talk about what's in the players' hands anymore since it's getting so quiet in here. So I'll stop talking about what they top deck.
What? Oh, I guess if he has a burn spell, he could. Okay, because I was like, why did he not block the Lotus Cobra?
2 damage isn't that relevant, and he'd rather keep the battlements.
I agree. Tim has the potential to do something big here. The question is, what does he choose to do?
Right. Goes with an Explorer, not so big, but
it can quickly turn huge.
Yeah, so he can now play 2 lands this turn.
They're both fetches, could be good for up to 6 mana.
So he plays a fetch, Misty Rainforest, cracks it, gets an island.
Valakut against Rug Queen. Nice.
Going with a preordained from Tim here. Plays his second land for the turn. Adds mana. Plays Jace Bellerin. Draws a card.
Yeah, it's a little louder. Draws a splitter.
Yeah. His second, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got one in hand already.
He's got the combo right now in his hand.
Okay.
So, Miguel, on his third turn here, plays a second Overgrown Battlements and a Valakut. Passes the turn. Jace drawing Tim another card.
Oh, he doesn't quite have the mana to go off.
Right. So, okay, this time he blocks with the battlement. Yeah, Tim attacks with Lotus Cobra. Miguel blocks with battlement. Nothing really happening there, but if Tim decides he has a burn spell and wants to take out a battlement, he can.
This would be pretty useful right now, considering he has potential for 7 mana if he doesn't play any lands next turn. Miguel does.
Yeah. So he plays a Raging Ravine and passes the turn.
So he's hoping for a tap out here.
And he gets the exact opposite. Miguel drops a Valakut and passes the turn. He looks like he's going to flash in a Deceiver Exarch. I keep wanting to call it a Deceiver Twin. Tap of battlements. Looks like he's trying to decide how it...
Set with the tap.
Yeah, what do you... Well, I think Tim decided what to tap. Miguel looks like he's trying to decide what, if he wants to do something in response. It looks like no. Yeah, he says, go ahead, take your turn. So, Battlements gets tapped. Oh. Draws his last card off of Bellerin, or at least removes the last counter from Bellerin.
He potentially has Summoning Trap in hand, but if he were to try to play it there, he would be out of Combust.
Mm-hmm.
So probably what all the thinking there was about.
Yep. Makes sense.
Indeed it do. He's like, do I run the combo? What do I do?
Yeah, it's an interesting decision because this is what we're saying. Like it's a rug deck. It's got this combo in it. now they have to decide which one they want to fight, but you have to decide which one you want to play.
Right.
I mean, sometimes it's just what you have. He plays a second Jace Bellerin. Draws a card off of it. This time, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it really seems like the problem that Tim has here trying to play that combo is he doesn't have much of a way to protect it.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the strengths of playing the Grixis version is that you have the whole deck is just built around protecting the combo.
Right.
So.
And when it's an awesome thing to bring out of nowhere, but once the cat's in the bag, it's out of the bag. You know. So it's kind of a tough thing to, just fool me once, shame on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Fool me twice, won't get fooled again.
Exactly.
He definitely combusted for the win, basically, last game.
So Miguel passes the turn with all of his mana and battlements up for a potential summoning trap.
Now he has
combust.
Combust plus summoning trap mana. Yeah, so he's got all of that. Combust, right? Can't be
right.
countered.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's not going to do him much good, is it? Yeah. And I think that's the worst thing too. That feels like Tim is really thinking about that flash freeze, and I don't know if he's.
Well, he's got it there for summoning trap too. You know.
True.
He wants, so he says I'm gonna make you have it. Yeah, because I think it would have been there. I think if Miguel had the combust, it wouldn't have been. Let me think about this. Let me think about whether I want you to win this game.
Right.
You know.
There's not much thinking to do.
Yeah, you can kind of see his face. We don't have his deck list, and they're not on the site yet. So.
If he has a acidic slime and he goes to activate Splinter Twin, he can respond to summoning trap into acidic slime.
Right, except for flash freeze.
Yeah.
Which that's kind of what I think. Yeah. So Sims goes to make a copy. Yeah. This is
Handshake.
We can still do the summoning trap now.
He's got a. Now we got.
Nature's flames.
Yikes! Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
It's true.
So Splinter Twin goes away after double Nature's Claim. One, of course, got flash freezed, but the second resolved.
Is that a spell freeze that's into?
Lost his job, crashed his car, his girlfriend broke up with him, and he just like got out of school, doesn't want to go to law school.
So he did get one copy, I think, off of the one activation he got off of the Splinter Twin. So I don't see the copy represented there, but it did tap the other battlements.
He was like one voice. Oh yeah, 14 actions.
So,
Not much action.
yeah, Miguel, either he's got not much action, or he's really, worried about Tim having a second Splinter Twin.
Which he doesn't.
Exactly.
Yes.
Which we know he does have, yeah. So.
Sometimes it's fun good.
Yeah, and there's the second Jace Bellerin goes down. So he's played two Jace Bellerins, just drawn six. Yeah. Tim is so afraid of combust.
Or wouldn't you be after you basically lost the game?
Yeah, but
to it.
It's funny because both players are playing in so much fear of what they lost.
I mean,
to.
that's kind of how what happened to Drew after he played Tim last round.
Yeah.
Tim also plays very, very tough. It takes him a while to make his decisions.
Yeah. Can't blame him. It's a takes a lot of thinking, yeah, to play really tight.
For those who are just joining us, this is Big Head Joey Pasco, and we're joined by Nate Pease, winner of the Charlotte Standard Opener.
Here comes the Splinter Twin.
Here comes Splinter Twin.
Here comes the handshake. He's going back in the tank.
I don't think it was
He's gonna
going.
talk about it.
Yeah, this is interesting. Is he trying to?
He's gonna summoning trap in response.
Yeah. Oh no, what is
Ricochet trap.
ricochet trap? I don't even remember what that
I don't
is.
even know what that card does.
I know what
Yeah.
it does. It changes the target of a spell with a single target.
He's gonna ricochet trap.
He can-
overgrown battle.
He can pay 1 blue, or he can pay 1 red instead of its casting cost if a blue spell was played this turn or something like that.
So it's a misdirection.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. That's like a spell spell.
Yeah.
Of course, the internet's lovely and slow here. Eventually, we'll find out what Ricochet Trap does, even though Joe just told us what it is. Oh, that webpage is not available. Awesome.
That's what you get. Jason Mind Sculptor comes down, though, and it looks like we're going to Plan B.
Yeah, I think I'll be Rug now, rather than Splinter Twin
That's one
combo.
of the cool things about the stack, is that he can just be Rug.
The interesting thing is because he kept cards in his hand like Nature's Claim and Ricochet Trap, he doesn't have very much action going on.
True.
Tim could very easily win this game with Jace or Manlands and a few control spells.
Yeah, I mean, he's been steadily attacking with Lotus Cobra and Deceiver Exarch.
And he did get one of his, he just got one of his walls bounced, so.
One with the Splinter.
Oh yeah, which makes sense, right?
It's funny though, the Bellica deck is known as a Ram deck, but Tim has twice as many lands as he does.
There's that hole again.
Nice draw.
Yeah. Looks like Miguel has 4 cards in hand there. There's a lot of tension in these Splinter Twin matchups. It's pretty exciting because you're like, when, as soon as he resolves it, as soon as he resolves it without,
It's like Guts,
I don't know,
the game show from Nickelodeon. Do you have it?
don't even remember that.
Thank you. Somebody got it.
Gotta fight the aggro.
That's right, the aggro crag. Give a piece of the crag. I've looked on eBay for those, by the way.
Take it home.
Yes, I mean, not much action from either player.
Yeah,
now.
really, when you think about the fact that all he's had is basically Deceiver Exarch and 2 Splinter Twins, and other than that, nothing.
At this point, he could activate 2 Raging Ravines.
Yeah, he could really manland for the win here, but and maybe what he's going for.
Yeah,
here.
very much else going on, man. Plan B time.
Also, as no Game 3 just started between Alex Bertocini
Oh, cool.
and Edgar Flores and Corey McDuffie are also shuffling for Game 3.
Okay, so both guys. Well, all these matches going double. Kit and Kadir. What happened there? Any idea?
Just ask Megan Holland, she would know best.
Yeah, she would. I haven't seen her come over this way. She's
It is a
over
pre-order
there, but
from
yeah, I'll have
Tim.
to ask her next time she walks by.
Looking for some action. Land. That's not action.
Yeah,
but he can,
that's a
he
good
can
thing about
bottom.
preordain. Put them on the bottom. And that's another way to dig for action. I believe he just drew Halmar Depth.
Yeah, we played last turn, so it looks like. Nah, I don't think so.
He runs 3, I think. I think he runs 4 Exarch 3 Twins. So that last one is in there somewhere.
Plan C.
Yeah. Manland.
I wonder why he doesn't activate the other one, but must have either a post-combat plan or he's trying to hold up mana for something.
Well, he does have Spellfish in his hand.
Okay,
In
good.
case he tries to cast something.
Right on. Yeah, probably a good plan.
It's truly a Zora deck. Sometimes you don't have control of deck.
Yeah.
So I called that in the late, and I'm like, hey man, because I knew he was up late, and I was like, so like awake, and I was pretty happy to get around to see it.
Oh, there's another Deceiver Exarch. Not exactly what he wants, but something.
Tap something down during upkeep.
Yeah.
I can very easily see Tim winning this game by attacking with 3 champions.
Yeah. That's what it looks like the plan is here.
So here we go. So now he's gonna.
Here comes that upkeep summon trap.
And he does have the
Double red for combust.
or the mana
Or-
to back up for
and
spell
spell
pierce.
Right. Doesn't need the combust right now. If he even has it. So summoning trap resolved. And it looks like Primeval Titan. Surprise.
Pretty standard.
Yeah.
However, it's going to take at least another turn for one of the Titan to get active with those outfits.
Yep.
However, if he has no follow-up play, he's dead on board. Then has more than 9 damage in play.
Yeah, there's
You have 2 Radiant Beams and
right.
mana
He's
activate.
bounced the Titan out of the way. Yeah. So.
And
let's
Tim has
see.
Spell Pierce for Lightning Bolt. I can't see how this game isn't over. Just bounces Primeval Titan.
Right, it looks like he's rereading a Ricochet Trap there, which we still have not been able to bring up because the internet's lovely. So, Bouncer Titan.
We're going.
Yeah, this is the other combo in the deck. Attack. Attack with guys with power. Some power. Could be 1, could be 2. Maybe it's a Raging Ravine. Yeah. What?
To land. To,
Okay.
Until he has enough mana to activate both.
I don't. Thank you. I should have done that too. I have my phone over here too.
Looks like a handshake.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
There we go.
So,
Our deck winning the old-fashioned way.
right after trying to win the new fashioned way here.
And Tim Landale moves on to the semifinals. Battle in the morning.